Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we're going to be doing some Sunbright Whirlwind into Sweden 6. Let's go. We got board B. This is one of Sunbright's more challenging matchups. A lot of times I'll have to get a major. This matchup does come down to the type of explorer that occurs. So looking at this board, a sand explorer would be amazing for us, with jungle being very insane. Mountain is mixed. Oh, I forgot to put my presence. Rookie mistake here. I always forget. Is it lowest sands? No, high sands, lowest mountain. I believe it looks like this. Let's double check again. Yes. I think board B is pretty good. Yeah, so Mountain Explorer. Okay. And the rural backing, that's our Sweden 4. Unfortunately, is sands, so there could be a devastating explorer next turn. We're gonna put that town over here in my B5. Hmm. Yeah, that's brutal. So I'm putting it in B5 because if I decide to let my B2 go, I'll have to mining rush. And when I mining rush, I would like to have the opportunity to mining rush into my B3, assuming my wetland is coming up next turn. If that made any sense. So we don't know what this card is yet, but once it gets flipped, we'll have a better idea of it. We'll be able to stop the build here with our special rule, and that is stiff wind at their backs. We're going to do my standard opening. We're going to G3, putting a presence right here, pushing this explorer. We're going to push it over here into the jungle here. A lot of times with this spirit, I like to just condense all of my problems, and we did draw one of the best cards in the game for Whirlwind, and that is Call to Isolation. So this is, if there was a card that we needed, this was it. Just this gives us so many answers, especially to the jungle here. I also like Razor Sharp too, and Strong and Constant Currents is also a solid pickup, as well as Shore Seas. These are all pretty solid picks. But it's an on element zero cost card that solves problems for us. Is just amazing. But like the reason why I like Short Seas is just the Badlands combos with your innate. Razor Sharp killing Dahan is fine, just because we don't want them to convert via Sweden escalations. And the Wilds and the Explorer kill basically like stops the land twice. But we're gonna go with the best card there with Called Isolation. So we'll probably take the Blight here, and we'll put a presence there. Depends how we want to play this out. I think we still play Scatter the Winds. Usually I play either one card this turn or none. If I play no cards this turn, next turn I can play two cards. I still think we play Scatter the Wind, just so I have an answer to my wetland. Yeah, Scatter here is really strong. I could play two cards here, like Gift of Sunlit Air here, and then that can hit my Violent Windstorms. Maybe I do this, and then I don't play any cards next turn. And then the following turn I can play these three. I think this is what we do. Hopefully this is not a mistake. The plan here is we use Scatter the Winds such that we can stop my B8 here if this pops up, or my B6, whatever pops up, we use that. And then we have the innate to push an Explorer. Once again, pushing this Explorer if it's wetlands. If it's not wetlands, we're kind of sad, but I think it's still okay. Next turn, we don't do anything, and then we use our push with our special rule to pair up Dahan. So yeah, we are pretty good. This, like I said earlier, this matchup can be very tricky with Whirlwind. Mountain build, the Explorer is so jungle, so that is the worst. So this is probably the worst set of Explorers that could have happened for us. We'll end up taking two Blight likely on B4. It's going to be very challenging to not take the Blight here. We have Scatter Winds. We'll push it down into the wetland, and we'll push the Explorer over here into this mountain. And we have that innate Violent Windstorms where I can push an Explorer, so I think we push this one here. And I think what we do, we push this Dahan out. Next turn, we take the Blight here on B2. Okay. This is where it gets really tricky. So we'll lose Dahan if B7 comes up. We have to mining rush. We'll mining rush into B1. This jungle is going to be a problem. Instead of pushing here, I could actually push into the wetlands instead. I'm pushing into the wetlands because in 2 turns I'll have Violent Windstorm where I'll be able to push stuff into this jungle. I need to push 3 explorers in now. Yeah, such a shame. Think we still might be able to do it. So I think we G3 again. Getting a miner here. And wow, favor. So that actually defends my mountain here. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's just favor because we can defend this mountain. And yeah, it does suck that I pushed that out here, but favor is too good to pass up because the defense stops that land from blighting, and then I take the 2 blight on this jungle, and then I think I stabilize at that point. So that fear card or that event. Remnants, hunting parties, and 1,000 small struggles. So we just pick top, nothing happens. Mountain ravage, nothing there. Jungle build, and we lose to Han on wetlands or mountains. So that's a 2 out of 5 chance. What would it be? I mean, jungle's a bad explore for us. I mean, everything is bad. Oh, it would be jungle. Well, the good news here is yes, yes, this is a complete mess here, but we'll be able to easily clear my B1. Unfortunately, we're so close to clearing this land. This is where if I got a little bit luckier, um, yeah, that's a shame. We're so close. Basically, what I'm saying is I need to push 3 explorers into this jungle, or 3 things. And then what ends up happening is I'd be able to do 2 damage to the city, 1 damage to the town. And then Tempest does the 3 points of damage, obliterating the land. But we are just a little bit short there. So we have to G2 here, getting the energy. 1, 2, 4. Because I can only push 1 thing. Now I can put my presence here, pushing the Explorer. And now I can push 2 things, but it's only 2 damage. And unfortunately, I mean, I have called Isolation. I just can't, how the Dahan are situated, I don't have an extra push into this wetland here. So I think we still use Called Isolation, and we toss this Dahan into this jungle here. Actually, we toss this one in case I get like coordinated defense or something. We take Windsped Steps for ourselves, making Violent Windstorms fast. We're going to push 2 things. 1 fear, 2 damage, and then we're going to use Tempest of Leaves and Branches, doing 5 damage here. Killing the city and 2 explorers. Boom. There it is. Yeah, and unfortunately, yep, I'm just 1 off. So if I put the presence here instead of pushing the explorer into the wetland, yeah, wow. I think if it was, yeah, I think I needed it to be wetland. Yeah, wetland was the only explorer where I think it would have worked. Or coast, wetland or coast, 2 out of 5. I would have been able to stop this land. Now I do have 1 event card here that can save the land. I'm really hoping it works. Worst case, I reclaim, get a major. I do have Dahan defend, that's an out. I have coordinated defense. See what we get. And we, oh god, map makers. Oh boy. So that's gonna be a problem because now if there'll be double explorers on my sands, and that can cause an escalation. We do get to add an inland Dahan, which is going to be somewhat good here. Now we are still blighting, but so let's do our ravages. So jungle ravage, blight here, lose a Dahan, lose a presence. Then I have to mining rush. We'll mining rush over here into this mountain. But I do get to fight back, killing that town. So that is the good news there. Jungle build and the explorer with double explorers is mountain. Well, there goes that Dahan. That is unfortunate for us. And time passes, so let's G1 reclaim. And like I said, this matchup can be very tricky. I think we could just push this stuff into maybe the wetland. I run back the same play I just did. Ooh, I love flow down river here. A nice zero cost. Unfortunately, we'll probably just take blight here. I actually can do Lure of the Unknown instead. Fast gather and explore out. I can clear the mountain, and I'll take 2 blight on this B2 here. I think that's okay. We grab Lure of the Unknown. And I believe we still have to play these two. We'll take that blight, but I think it's okay. Windsped steps, making our violent windstorm fast. 1 fear, pushing 3 things. Damage, damage, damage. And then we use Tempest, wiping out the land. And then Lure of the Unknown, pulling that Explorer out. We'll pull it actually to the sands, I think, just so that we play around extra damage effects on my B4. Actually, no, we'll still do it here in case I get like beast damage or something. I think we'll be extra greedy. Here we get Resourceful Populace, Story and Season, and Added Disease. Sure. Fear cards, 1 damage matching a Ravage. Sure. And a Ravage skip. Sure. Jungle Ravage, mounted build. We will be taking that blight likely on B2 here. And the Explorer is Wetlands with an Escalation. That is really unfortunate. Now I could be... I think I just get the... let's see. I'm very close to defending the land with my existing cards here. Like if I go energy here, 2, 3, 4, play those 4 cards. Could put this presence here in the jungle, pushing the Han with my special rule. And then I can do Called ISO, pushing the town out into the jungle. And then I could do Favor, defend 4, 1 fear. So I'm only taking a single blight. I mean, I guess it's fine. Sunlit Air does nothing. I have my Innate this turn. I have Scatter in the slow. And then next turn I can do my Max Innate. I think it's okay. Worst case, I lose the Dahan. Best case, I get like Coordinated Defense, New Species Spread. That kind of, I guess I'll forget Favor here to pay for this. So I get 1 fear. I get to add a beast. I get to add a disease, killing a Dahan, and I get no energy. Okay, Ravage. The Mining Rush. I think I Mining Rush into the wetland. I know I'm going to build a city here. I'm okay with that because I'm going to have leftover damage with my innate here. Build wetlands, and the Explore is coasts. And the other problem is there's a 50-50. If I Mining Rushed into my sands here, there's a 50-50 that I would have taken damage. Or not damage, I would have caused a Sweden escalation. Okay, so we use the innate here, 1 fear, push 3 things into here, killing the city. And we use Scatter the Winds, and I think we go with actually I think we're pretty good there. I think we scatter here. So I can push these explorers out, doing a ton of damage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still a ton of explorers left though. So I don't think we do that. I'm trying to figure out if I can clear both coastlands. I don't think I can. I can push, I kill those, push these 3. I almost fully clear everything. That passes, G1 reclaim. But we are luckily in the driver's seat here. Get another miner. Fire in the Sky on element adds fear, adds strife. We're just gonna go with Fire in the Sky. It's just also amazing in Sweden. Like I said earlier though, I think we got this in the bag with these cards. We just reclaim loop this. And give to Sunlit Air. This +1 range is going to matter because we ended up losing our sacred site on the coast. We're going to use this innate fast, 1 fear. We're going to push 3 things, doing 3 damage. Then we get to do 4 damage in the origin. Then we're going to use Tempest, Pulse 1 range, hitting this land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, killing all of that. And then we're going to use Lure of the Unknown, gathering that into a beast land. And then, yeah, that's Windspat Steps. And, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty solid here. Next turn, we just run back the innate, and we'll kill the remaining buildings. That should be GG. We can pick, we'll just pick top. Dahan don't participate. We do have to push that disease, unfortunately. We'll push the disease here. Fear cards, does nothing. And that might do something. Wetland Ravage, Coast Build, and the Explore is Mountain Jungle. I believe that is GG here. We do not explore the coasts. Okay. Time passes. And we just G1 Reclaim again. Getting a miner, it does not matter what we pick here. All that matters is that we play to get our innate. Sunlit Air on ourselves to give us +1 range. We take Windspat Steps to make our innate fast. 1 fear, push this into the mountain, and then we finish it off with a nice Tempest for the win. That is GG. So, I don't want to say it's a straightforward game with Whirlwind. This is definitely challenging. We had one of the worst explorers in the game for us with Mountain, followed by Jungle. I was a little disappointed I wasn't able to utilize Called Isolation to its maximum extent. I don't think I got good value out of it. I think we had a little bit of bad RNG, I guess, with the Jungle coming up a second time. Like I said earlier, if there's a 2 out of 5 chance that if my wetland came up here, I would have been able to easily deal with this Jungle. Now, we did get lucky where that one event, well, Map Makers sucked, but adding the extra Dahan over here to B4 allowed us to clear the land. Worst case, we don't clear it and we go Blighted. And what does it look like if we go Blighted? So Downward Spiral, which would have never mattered. We would have taken an extra couple Blight. Now, of course, this is 3 Blight, and that would have been game losing with some Blight cards, but it was not for this game. So if you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.